Hey garden friends, welcome to Flourish with Kendra. I am a gardener here in Virginia Zone 7B, and for the 2026 garden season I am staying organized because every single time my garden is organized it is less stressful, way more fun, and just an overall great experience for me. For today's video, I wanted to share the ways that I am planning to stay organized for the 2026 gardening season. So first up is my seed starting schedule. So on here I have the week I plan to start certain seeds, what I'm starting that week, whether it's going to be started indoors in the greenhouse or direct sown. And then I am writing those things inside of my planner because I am a planner girl, and I also have like the days that I plan to fertilize and hardening off my seedlings and stuff as well. Up next is my garden logbook. I purchased this book off of Amazon. It wasn't expensive. It comes with double-sided pages and quite a bit of information you can add in here. It has the spaces for the date you planted your seeds, the date they germinated, bloomed, harvested. I added a little space for when I plan to transplant them out. But there's a space for light level, water requirements, ratings, a space for photo and plant tag, notes, care instructions, planting instructions. This book has quite a bit of information that you can add in here. And I like it because I can go back and look at this and see what worked well, what grew well in my garden, and also in my zone. Instead of just relying on what the seed packet says, I like to go from experience as well. In spring, I am planning to expand my garden, so I have already made me a little sketch of my garden and where I want my garden beds to be laid out. I also put little numbers for numbers for the beds, and I made these little popsicle sticks to put in the beds so that I know which bed number I am working in while I'm out there, and then I know what vegetables I have in which beds as well. So this will help me to stay on track, organized, and know what I'm working in, because I do not want to do the guessing this year. I want to make sure I know exactly what I'm looking at in my garden. So this one is probably, everyone does this, I'm sure of it. Plant labels. Now I always label my plants, but sometimes a plant won't work out and we'll pull it out and we'll put something else and say that I remember what that was, and we do not remember. So I am going to be labeling, staying on top of my labeling too, because I am famous for this, pulling something out and just not remembering what I put back in there. So plant labels. Another way that I am planning to stay organized is using painter's tape and writing the dates that I started seeds. And this is just easier to pull off my seed trays than any other tape that I've used. So I do it like this. I can show you. So this one. And I'm writing what I planted and what date I started those seeds. I'll be getting a book or some type of container that I can put all of these things in together so that it's less likely for me to misplace anything. I just feel like that'll just make this easier instead of looking for things or just piling them on top of my desk and then I do something else and everything gets all mixed up. I'm going to put it in some type of container. Instead of keeping things in my head and thinking that I'm going to remember to do this, I will also set reminders for pruning and pest checks. Now, I will probably still do it how I did last year where I pruned when needed, but I want to remind myself as well to get out there and prune. I don't want to overcomplicate this, but I want to also just be organized overall. I will have a reminder for when I transplant my seedlings out too, so that everything in the house is rolling out while I'm steadily starting new seeds. I want to have an organized inside space as well as outside space. I will not have a reminder or a schedule for watering. I will check for watering, whether my plants need watering weekly, but I will not have them on a schedule because I do not want to overwater them, and plants will let you know when they need to be watered. But the only thing that I will have on a schedule for as far as feeding the plants is fertilizing. I plan to fertilize weekly and certain plants bi-weekly. That way I am not overwatering, but I am providing a consistent feeding for my plants. Organization doesn't make gardening perfect. It just makes it a lot more peaceful and, in my opinion, enjoyable. I like to go out to an organized garden and know exactly what is in what bed. So that is why staying organized is important to me. Let me know in the comments what ways are you planning to stay organized in your garden for the 2026 garden season. Thank you for watching and happy growing, friends.